Patrick Moore, Ballyclare Comrades FC Commercial Director. Chris Ramsey had got in touch with me and asked me to come up and meet with Robert Fleck. And as soon as I came up here and I listened to him for 5 minutes, I knew that this was right. The infrastructure was effectively already here. Robert had done an incredible job with everything, the juggling, multiple different elements of the financial side of it, from secretarial duties, him and Wayne, even working with yourself on the social media and how we build that brand. And I could see it was just time maybe for somebody to come in at a commercial level and bring a higher level of sponsor on. And we've a few on board already, and we've got a few that we're working towards as plans kick into place. My main role here at the club is to look at financial viability. You look around the ground, it's very well sponsored as it is. My main aim is to look at locality. We've got local sponsors on board. How do we improve that? We also want to get bigger. How do we bring the bigger businesses on board to the community as well as to the club? One of the main targets for the club, if you revert back to our chairman in the summer, we do want Premier League status. We want to be there in the next 3 to 5 years. To get there, we need the finances, we need the capability to do it off the field. And that comes hand in hand with Stevie and Chris and the rest of the guys' ability on the field. So I hope to play a pivotal role in that, bringing the financial element to it. I thought a really important point to touch on at Ballyclare was the diversity and inclusion that I've experienced since I got here. You've got the Girls Academy, starts at a young age, over 200 playing members, right up to senior ladies football. And that's all working in tandem with the academy and Johnny. And there's a chairman in place that looks after both sides of that. And that expands right up into senior football, which effectively gives you the infrastructure for the club for the future. So you talk about the future being bright, you have to look at the diversity and inclusion of it, and that exists here at Dixon Park. No secret that there's money out there that's coming towards clubs in the near future. Without making any big bold statements of what's guaranteed to Ballyclare, how I see it personally is, in the very near future, we will have a 4G surface. What that means is it becomes a multi-sport venue, becomes a place for schools to use, becomes a place for the wider community of all ages and demographics to get involved in. Along with that, we would hope in the not so distant future after that to go down the road of a community hub, which again, multi-sport, multicultural, all age groups can benefit from. And that is the catalyst to open the big door for me and what I'm good at and what I back myself to do at the club, which is bring in those bigger sponsors. Once this becomes a 24/7 operation on 4G, then obviously the sponsorship value becomes much more attractive to them, but also we become much more attractive as a club. And again, in my personal opinion, I think we're very close to that. Look, we've got a number of spaces available. It's something that I've sort of studied and analysed over the last 6 or 8 weeks. We've got fantastic pitchside signage and sponsors from the local community that are brilliant. They're here year on year. There's 2 reasons for that. One is that they're local businesses and they want to back the club, but 2 is that we encourage internally, and I've seen it firsthand, everyone at the club, supporters included, use the services of the local businesses. So any business that comes on board as a sponsor, it will be part of my remit to make sure that they're given back to. We've started the process of creating what will be the largest pitchside advertising in Irish football, effectively. We're going to be looking at 10-foot by 10-foot boards. They'll be on the exterior wall on the inside, visible from all stands and visible from all standing locations. So these are, we've two customers on board it, and we're looking at plans of how we actually promote them. We've also got 3 stands that are ready for sponsorship. These may be more for the larger organisations that want that extra piece of coverage, or, for want of a better word, can afford to get involved at that level. But one thing that we can assure you is, my day-to-day job, I'm a senior manager in a recruitment business. My job is to promote business, promote work. One thing you can be assured of is that any sponsor that comes on board will be promoted properly. Part of what I bring to the table here is for the community and its employment. We've already experienced some small successes with that, with players and with a couple of supporters securing work through advertisements that we've put up on the website, and these are coming directly from FlexSource, who I'm employed by, and that's something that we'll continue with. We would like to thank any supporter, player, family member, committee member struggling for work. Please approach me, I can help. I just wanted to say a special thank you, and I do want to be in contact with our existing sponsors. You know, I know that you're already involved and you've committed certain elements to the club, but you know, I wouldn't mind having a coffee and properly thanking you for your support with the club and seeing what else we can do. Is there more that we can do for you, and is there more that you can do for us? You know, why not have the conversation?